Good morning, my friends. How we doing today? Welcome, welcome. We got our cafecito here. For those of you guys joining, cheers. So today, guys, we're gonna be doing an unboxing live. Okay, we have from none other than Mr. Moose Roots. Hey! Welcome, welcome. I got the live going on. We're on Instagram Live right now. And we're going to go ahead and unbox this box and then go ahead and deflax some of these TCs. If you guys have your coffee, cheers. Cheers, you guys. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, chat, I'm going to be checking in on you guys because I am doing a live recording for YouTube. So just bear with me. If you guys can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. All right, you guys. So here we go, Mr. Moose Roots. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Ariel Salgado, Alocasia Noir, as everybody knows me. Here's my handle here. And we are with Noir Leaf Collective. And our goal is just to get a collective insight of the plant community throughout the world, because these things come from Thailand, China, Vietnam, wherever, and some are actually produced locally here in the United States. Without further ado, you guys, Mr. Moose Roots. Shout out to our sponsor for the show today, Mr. Moose Roots. And let's go ahead and open this up. This is the most satisfying part ever right here. Oh. All right, here we go. So dig in. We're rooting for you. I love it. I love these boxes, right? There's so much that goes into this, you guys. All right, so here we go. Look at this, right? Disposable gloves, safety first, PPE. And we have our little note. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Should you have any questions, concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All right, Mr. Moose Roots is one of the most communicative people that I actually interact with on IG. We're constantly back and forth, not just talking about business but just real life things. So he's super dope, super awesome. So thank you so much, sir. And check out that box, right? So last shipment, he actually has so many orders. He ran out of boxes, you guys. Now these things are not cheap, so I appreciate it so much for the box. The last box that I used, unfortunately, I didn't keep, but I'm definitely keeping this one for some keepsakes. And I don't know, maybe I'll put some dead plants in here or something. So chat. All right, guys, let's go. Moose making it rain. Moose making it rain. Oh wow. All right, so we got a little blackie here, no problem. This is a philodendron, Musa AeAe, right? Something like that. Musa AeAe. Okay, it is a little dark here, but it's okay. Now this, if you guys don't know what this is, there are the Musa nonos, which are the pink bananas. Okay, these are banana trees. So I'm super excited for this. This one, the AeAe is actually the white. This is a white variegated banana tree. So awesome. Right here we have a Alocasia variegated pink snow. Alocasia variegated pink snow, and check that out. Very nice. Very nice, you guys. Next up, we have philodendron melanicrisum. melanin, right? He was not going to guarantee if they turn color, but I know a lot of people that sunstress these. Welcome everybody. I know a lot of people that sunstress these and they actually turn orange. So Milano, okay, that's short. Everybody knows these as Milano. Awesome. So I'm very excited for this. I'm going to stick this up on a moss pole. Obviously, once we get rooted and it gets a little bit healthier and stronger. Okay, we have a Monstera Bulbasar. Now, a little backstory on these, you guys. These actually were going for like $600. I want to say maybe a month or 2 months ago. And now with the TC making it so available for everybody else that it's just, now they're like, I think I saw one on Palm Street the other day for like $30. So pretty crazy, you guys. On my last unboxing video, my first huge unboxing, actually Hera Matte Variegated Foliage, she actually gifted my wife and I a Bulbasaur TC. So I got that in the box right now. We had already deflasked it and it is rooting. Okay, beautiful. I like that. I like that one leaf right there. You guys can see that. All right, it's got a nice variegated leaf, and those roots are looking good. Okay, and last but not least, all right, we do have Alocasia Frydek. Okay, now these Alocasia Frydeks, I know it doesn't look the healthiest, but the rhizome is nice and firm. What you want to do is you want to squeeze this rhizome here. There is a lot of black stuff, but that's okay, because part of the deflasking process, we're just going to go ahead and put that in some iodine and hydrogen peroxide bath, and it should take care of that. All these leaves right here are going to fall off, but it doesn't matter because the rhizome is good and the roots are looking good on this. Okay, so this like I said, he gave out over 600 Frydeks. Okay, this is Moose Root's favorite plant, and he made it his mission to give out, you know, a free TC, guys, a free plant to the whole community. Like, how dope is that, right? Now, if you can do it, that's great. I know it takes a lot. Even you know, even giving out 100 of them, like, that's money out of his pocket. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for this, Mr. Moose. We're gonna go ahead and deflask these right now, because why not? All right, chat. So like I was saying, if you guys have your coffee, cheers. Cheers, you guys. All right. All right, so PPE first, as always. Thank you, Mr. Moose Roots. I do have my own gloves, but might as well use the ones that are provided. Make it part of the story. All right, so what I like to do, you guys, we have hydrogen peroxide, ta-da! And you can get this at any local convenience store, Walmart, Target, wherever you get your household goods. Okay, we have our iodine. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is one of these bowls is going to be just plain water. That's going to be our initial rinsing the agar off of the TC, and the other one is going to be the actual, like, um, whatever you call it, a decontamination tub. Okay. Normally, what I've read, the literature is 9 to 1 parts water. I just kind of count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And then for drops, iodine drops, I just kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we kind of just give it a little shake, a little stir. You can stir it with your finger or whatnot. We have our trusty old SOG blade. If you guys don't know the history of SOG, I recommend you guys look it up. Special Operations Group in Vietnam. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go with this one with the darkest roots. Okay. Now, I like to keep the tags. I do have a little printer, a little label maker, and all we're doing is we're gonna go ahead and take the TC out of the bag. TC stands for tissue culture. All right. Oh, well, it's got to go in there anyways. So there wasn't a lot of agar in here, and this did have a lot of contamination. So we're going into our regular cleaning bowl here, and all we're going to do is pick off any of this dark matter. Um, there is a word for this, and I posted it in my last video, and I totally... Now, this thing does not have any roots, so I'm not going to expect sunshine and rainbows from it, but we're going to be hopeful regardless. All right. So this is kind of what we're left with here. Okay. A stick and a couple leaves, right? A stick and a couple leaves. We'll see how this turns out. So this is actually surprised there wasn't more roots on this, but it's okay. It is okay. We're gonna go ahead and stick it in our decontamination bowl there. All right, we might as well go with this pink poly snow. I actually already have a pup of this because at the time I did not have a pup, and then uh, once again, Hera actually gifted me a pup, so now we have a pup, and now we have a TC. All right. Oh my baby Jesus, come on. All right, guys. So as you can see, this has a bunch of agar on it. Now what we want to do is pretty much we just want to take this off, right? And gently, but not so gently, just kind of tugging and kind of with your fingers, just kind of rubbing them, rubbing at the base of this rhizome here. Um, this does have a really nice leaf here. You guys can see that there. It does have a really nice leaf. Okay. Good day, everybody. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. I hope it's not too cold where you're at, and if it is, well, cuddle up, bundle up, and cuddle up if you got to go to work today. Well, it's rough on the streets. All right. So we do keep these tags, so I know what is what. Most of the time, I do know what it is due to just visually inspecting it, and but sometimes there's some TCs that kind of look exactly like the other one, and you can get a bit confused. So I've been on a downward slump of that we're doing the Milano next, you guys, right? Milano. I've been a little bit on a downward slump of like I've been going through with my plants, you guys. Like I lost I lost some plants that I don't know what's going on, but you know, it is what it is. Does it hurt? Yes, every loss hurts. Who else feels like that? When you lose a plant, you feel like you're losing a person. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I do get a little bummed out, not gonna lie. But, you know, we keep it going, keep it moving. Alright, so this does have a little bit of contamination down here at the base. I really don't want to tug too much because these roots do look very sensitive. So basically all you want to do here is get as much of that agar off. The agar is a bunch of sugar and oxins, which is another reason why we're wearing our PPE. Right? And even if there's a little bit of the dead tissue there, it's okay because when you put it in your decontamination bowl with your iodine and your peroxide, it's gonna cook all of that off anyway. So, all right, look at this beautiful variegation on this Milano. Like, I can't wait to like put this on a moss pole and stick her out in the sun and watch her turn that orangey color. Apparently, these get like orangey, right? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, in she goes. Let me read some of these comments here. Doing plant chores. I'm past that point. Only the fittest survive my house. Right? That's I feel like that as well. Like at this point, it's like, hey, like you know, the dragon varieties for me are doing really well. Like pink dragons, uh, dragon stardust, like all the dragons, dragon scales, they're all doing really great for me. All right, you guys, we got this Frydek variegata, as I was saying. I appreciate the I appreciate the hookup, Mr. Moose, but this one's going to have a rough journey here, but we're going to be hopeful for it. So let's go ahead and cut her open. If you're just joining my live here, welcome along. We did an unboxing, a Mr. Moose Roost unboxing, and now we're deflasking some of these TCs because we might as well kill two birds with one stone. I am streaming for YouTube or recording for YouTube, so don't take it out on me if I'm making a lot of eye contact with y'all. All right. Oh, oh. So we got a goner. Yeah, this one. This one's gonna have a. Frydeks are actually. I've actually killed two Frydeks already. I killed a pup and a TC. And I actually have a pup right now that's doing well. So I guess I'm at a, I don't know, what do you call that? A 33% success rate. All right, so as I was saying, we're just kind of scrubbing the base here, trying to get as much of that agar. If you feel it slimy, just keep rubbing the roots in between your fingertips in the water here. All right, my friends, and this is what we're left with. Yeah, high bar. Oh my god, can you say that's high bar? Like, check that out, like super high bar whiskey roots. But the rhizome is nice and firm, so we're gonna hope the best. I had so many Fridays. My mother plant produced so many babies, and so did her babies. So you had babies of the babies, like you're like a great grandma. All right, and last but not least, you guys, I want to save this one for the end because I feel like these are so special, right? As I already said, I do have another Bulbasaur TC that's going right now, but I lost one of the leaves on it. This one has two leaves and it has one unfurling, so this actually is a better quality TC. But the other one's going good. Like the roots, I'm already seeing some white roots, so I might as well extend my chances of survival here. So you guys, we do have a giveaway. If you go to my Instagram, alocasia.noir, Noir, okay? We have a giveaway. It's closing on the 1st of February. February. All right. So it's closing on the 1st, and we're going to draw that Friday. I believe that's the 6th or the 7th. I believe it's the 6th. And we're giving, there's going to be three winners. Third place is going to be a corm. Second place is going to be another corm. Seller's choice, and the first and final winner, first place winner, is going to get a pup, a unicorn pup. So I highly suggest if you guys haven't already, and it's a unlimited entries, you guys. So you do got to tag three people, and that equals one entry, right? All right. So this one, this Bulbasaur is pretty it's pretty covered in oxen and agar. So normally I have these little tweezers because I got some fat fingers, thick, uh, and I have a tendency to kind of stick my fingers in between the little growth points here and knock off whatever roots are there. So with monsteras are a little bit more hardy when it comes to deflasking and growing out. Like as I was saying, you want to get knock off as much of this dark matter here, the dead tissue. But from what I have experienced, you guys, they actually root pretty quickly. Okay, just you got to give them 100% humidity. And one thing that I have learned is to don't oversaturate the substrate, whatever it is that you're going to be potting them into. And right now I'm going to show you guys an example of what I do. But for example, if you're using self-watering pots, you don't want to put water in the reservoir, even if you're using the little shot glasses. Like you just want to top water, give it a little squirt, cap it, 100% humidity, and then that's it. Okay. So our plants, our tissue cultures, in our decontamination bowl here, you're gonna notice a lot of like bubbling, a lot of fizzing if you're using hydrogen peroxide. The iodine, it doesn't really do much, but it does, on a chemistry level, I guess. Um, I'm not a chemist, so I don't even want to speak on that. But all I know, if I see bubbles, it's a good thing. Okay, so this is looking great. A lot of the bubbles have already gone away. That means we cleaned off most of the dead tissue. The Bulbasaur, since we just dunked it in there, it's still kind of doing its thing. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and prep some of our containers here. So these are what I use, and let me just tell you guys, I buy these on Temu. Okay, if you guys know me, I am like a Temu commando. You get 10 of these for like 15 bucks. It breaks down to what, like $1 or something per. And then they also have an 18 pack that gives you 6 sizes of a 5-inch, 4-inch, and a 3-inch. So I kind of like that because it lets you start from the 3-inch pod, and then you can move to the 4, and then ultimately to the 5 if you want to. All right. So normally what I like to do is, this is a cup that's already prepped here, as you can see. So they come like this, right? Clean, no holes, but they do have a little window for measuring your water, right? And what I like to do is I like to add extra holes. I burn them with my soldering iron, and this is just for aeration, okay? You see that? This is just for aeration. So, and then you have the inner pots. So the inner pots do come with these holes here on the bottom, and they do have like a little filler for the reservoir. But of course, we like to do things extreme, and I like to add extra holes, not only for aeration, but also so I can monitor the roots. This is mostly so I can monitor the roots, okay? I love seeing little roots poking out. Most of the time you get that one thick roots that shoot straight down to the bottom, and then you get all the little fuzzy ones that come out through the sides. That's kind of what you want. You won't really be able to see the roots with this. So I'm just gonna, since I haven't prepped the holes on these, we're just gonna go ahead and put these in here and then burn the holes later. Wicks. So for the wick, these already also come with the strings. You're gonna tie a knot to the end, of that like this, and then you're just gonna run it through. You're just gonna run it through like that. It's only gonna stick out maybe about an inch or so above, right? And that's a completed cup right there. So for substrate, um, I like to use perlite and fluval mix. Fluval stratum, right? Fluval is the brand. Stratum is the actual medium. It's an aquatic medium. I don't know if it's soil. I don't know if it's considered soil. I guess it's soilless, but it does have like nutrients and stuff. So what I'm gonna do here, and I'm gonna make a mess. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. So you can see it's starting to fill up, right? We have it about a quarter of the way there. Depending on how big the TCs are, and I don't really rinse the TCs from the decontamination bowl. What I do, what I do is we have Clonex, right? And Clonex has IBA, and it's one of the main ingredients in here. So IBA, it says it's 0.31%, and another ingredients 99%. So if you guys have ever seen my stories, I like to use raw IBA, which is that blue crystallized powder, and it's actually a stronger concentration. So I add that to my water at very low dosage. So for a gallon, I'm doing an eighth of a teaspoon. Okay, so let me grab a little. Got a little shot glass here, and this is just regular shot glass. And what I'm going to do is pour some of this. Hey, good day. Thank you guys for joining. All right. So you really don't need a lot. Some of your Clonex is one of the popular brands, but it could really be any rooting hormone. It could be powder, it could be gel, it could be liquidy. This has been kind of sitting in the heat, so it used to be like a gel, but now it turned more like a liquid. Okay, and that's totally fine. All right, guys. So we are going to start with this Musa. Now, actually, I want to do the Milano. Now you can use your tweezers if you want. I'm just gonna go ahead, and these are already fully decontaminated. There's no more bubbles. So all I do is stick it into this rooting hormone. I get it nice and coated, right? All right, so this is a smaller TC, so this is gonna sit closer to the top. And when I fill the cup, I don't fill it to the top, to the rim, because it will eventually overflow, and we don't want that. Uh, Don't mind the mess. I told you guys I'm very messy when I do things, but I clean up well. We got our wick. We have our TC. You see that? All right. And this one is pretty much ready to go. All we're going to do is set it off to the side here. And right now I'm going to grab my water bottle. We'll give it a couple sprays. And I like to cap it. If you get a 16-ounce Dixie cup, a clear Dixie cup, these, the 3-inch cups, are actually fit perfect. You don't need tape or anything. You just kind of squeeze it under and it holds the humidity at 100%. All right, next. Let's go ahead and do this pink poly. So for those of you guys just joining my live here, I am recording for YouTube. So if I'm not making a bunch of eye contact, that's because I'm kind of prepping for the future show, right, and the future recording here. But I am trying to acknowledge you guys as much as possible. So we have our pink poly here, nice and clean. And like I said, I don't, from the decontamination bowl, I don't rinse. And all we're doing is dab, 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 right? Let me prep our next little thing. We got our wick. We got our wick, our holes. And if there's something that you guys do differently, like let me know. Like, trust me, I'm currently trying like 4 different methods. I'm doing a soilless mix. I'm doing a soil mix. I'm doing this fluval stratum, and I actually just added shoot. Well, I don't know what I did with the bag, but I actually this aqua. It's like these small little leca balls. I'm actually mixing it with this substrate here. I'll show you guys right now. You guys can kind of see them. All right, so most of these TCs are gonna sit towards the top, as they don't have that much of a root structure yet. And you just want to gently tap it in there, right? It's not gonna die, but you also don't want to rip off any roots. So just kind of set it and forget it. And you guys can see those bigger balls right there. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but this is the fluval perlite and those mini lecas, the mini leca balls, like Aquapon or the brand or something like that. I'll post it. I'll post it up here, okay? You guys, so you guys could check that out if you want. I still have mixed reviews about it. I haven't used it enough to kind of know. All right, so this is where I get my tags, and I just kind of throw them in here because we don't want to forget. Normally when I buy TCs, I'm buying 10 TCs at a time. My kill rate is high, guys. Like I do not have a high success rate with TCs, and it's not because of my method. It's because of my handling. Okay, I tend to overwater. I'm a helicopter parent, so I'm always messing with my plants, giving them a little squirt here and there. So I'm super bad at that. I'm starting to like kind of like okay, like let them do their thing. Now I'm waiting until they kind of wilt, and then give them a feeding. Usually from the moisture soil, especially in clear pots. I don't think the cause of the roots are usually still healthy. That makes sense. It's still clear self-watering pots, so it's probably gonna get extra sun. Thank you. I've seen it before. All right, guys. I've had a Monstera had white roots coming out of the pot. I moved it outside, and the roots are green. Yeah, green roots. Green roots are not bad. Like if you've ever seen an orchid, since orchids are in clear pots, it's like the algae, right? Like the perlite's gonna get the algae, the green. Green roots, white roots, they're all good. All right, next, you guys, we're gonna do this Musa. Now, I don't know what you guys think about this here. I honestly don't think this is gonna go very far, but it looks like a stick. I don't really see any roots. I don't really see any growth points. But regardless, we're gonna stick it in our rooting hormone. We got our cup here. Hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. My work week starts Sunday night, so I actually worked last night. I worked from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. So I was so anxious for this show, and I couldn't sleep, you guys. Like I woke up at 9 o'clock. I actually woke up like a bunch of times, but I actually got up at 9 o'clock and did what I had to do to prep myself. And you know, I just love the plant community. I want to be like, you know, I like to hang with you guys and chill. So for those of you guys that are chilling along here alongside with me, like thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm very appreciative. All right. So we got our Musa AeAe. I don't know. You guys see that Musa AeAe, right? Musa AeAe. I have no idea. But we're gonna stick that in there. All right. So we got our Bulbasaur and we got our Frydek. Let's just do the Frydek because I think this is hilarious. Like, oh, sad little Frydek. But it's all good. It's all good. Where's my wicks? All right. So we're looking for the short wicks. Once again, you just tie a knot. Tie a knot. That means like you get married. All right, stick it in the hole. Bam. Get one of our little cups. Actually, I'm gonna use this one that's already established. This is Rip right here, Amazonica True Pink. Wow, this was such a beautiful plant, you guys, and it died on me. Like the variegation on this, I actually have it posted on my IG. Like the pictures is such a beautiful plant, and it just rotted away on me. I haven't seen an Amazonica with a variegation like the one that this one had, and I messed up, guys. I messed up. All right, so and as you can tell, I'm not using gloves because these are already decontaminated. They should be good to go, but always set on the side of caution and wear your PP all the way through, because you never know. Don't do as I do as I say. All right. So we get it to about close to the top here. Bam. All right, you guys. And last but not least, let me see if I have any more. It's okay. All right, so we don't have any more of the inner pots with the holes, so we're just gonna go ahead and use. Well, no, we're gonna go ahead and use the little pot. I could actually, because it's Bulbasaur, like if you guys see that, like it probably needs a bigger pot. What do you guys think? Should I go with the bigger pot, you guys? I do have a 4-inch here. I think a 4-inch would sit nicer in there, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go with the 4-inch because that's sitting way better with me. I feel way better about that. Erica, she loves Monsteras. And we bought one at Costco. I want to say maybe a couple months ago, and I was like, oh, let's chop it up. Like it's got 2 growth points. Let's cut it up, and we could have multiple Monsteras. And so of course, I went over there, did my thing, chopped it up, repotted it, everything, and then everything died. Everything like, I was like, man. All right, guys. Oh no. So do have our Bulbasaur here. It's a beautiful Bulbasaur. Look at that. Bam. Look at that minty leaf right there. See that, you guys? Check this out. Beautiful Bulbasaur here. Minty, nice minty leaf. And we are doing this live. What's up? What's up, chat? What's up, live? And what's up to my YouTube family? Thank you guys for following along. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe, share, like, and comment. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get a 50 subscribers, you guys, so I can go live on YouTube. That way I don't have to use this multi-camera setup. I do plan on doing all of this through OBS. And I also want to get my podcast started, but we'll get to all that right now. Let me just finish this last TC, and then I'll chat with you guys for a little bit. And don't worry about the messy. I'll clean up. I'll clean up, or else I'll hear it. I'll hear it later from the boss. All right. So there we are. We got our Bulbasaur potted up. As you guys can see, it's looking nice and beautiful. I actually have really high hopes for this. And we're gonna get our tag. So like as I was mentioning before, I do have another Bulbasaur. It already lost one leaf, so I'm kind of like, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm glad I have a second one back up now, so it kind of makes me feel a little bit better. So there we go. This is our moose root hauls, you guys. We have our beautiful TCs right here, deflasked and ready to go. All I got to do now is give them a little bit of moisture and cap them. Okay, the way that I do it, I've seen people with the acrylic. I do have one of those acrylic little chambers, and I have a heat mat under it, and that always stays at 100%. But I've noticed that the last round of TCs, they kind of melted away really fast. I had a few philodendrons. I had a couple alocasias, so I'm gonna go back to my true and trusted method of just capping each one with an individual Dixie cup. So we got one more thing to open, and this is kind of a little surprise box here. If you guys don't know, Verdue Culture, okay. Now he is from Texas. He is on Instagram as well. This is the same name, right? Verdue Culture, and he actually had his first live the other day. So let's go ahead and open up this box and find out what's in here. I'm actually pretty excited for this because I'm all into the not supplements, but like the chemistry part of things, you know. And as I was mentioning, they do have these beautiful plants. Okay. Okay. Nice. We got a pad. Nice big sticker. I can put this on my Acrobar. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, and I did drop something. All right. How cool is this? It's a little. This is his oxen spray. So he does his own tissue cultures, as I was saying. Like he has his own professional setup. He does amazing things, like his flowers, his plants. Him and his wife do it together. And what we ordered a grow shine. Ta-da! Ta-da! So it says naturally enhanced leaf shine with Koranja oil, plant boosting auxins, and neem oil, gentle pest protection. Promotes healthy growth, glossy leaves safely and naturally. Awesome. So this is natural auxins to stimulate growth, pest prevention, and antifungal. So I really wanted to get this because of the auxins. Auxins are growth hormones. As I mentioned before, he knows what he's doing with all the chemistry side of things. So thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I can't wait to start using it. And if you guys haven't picked one up, I know with every order he was giving out, this is the same thing as this, but I got the full bottle. But make sure you guys swing by their next live and pick something up. So super excited for this. I like that little box, that little heat box fire. Nice, very nice. All right, you guys. All right, YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Make sure, as I said before, subscribe, like, share, comment, follow. And if there's anything that you guys saw here in the video that you would like me to add or change, or if you got any ideas, put them in the comments. Okay. This came from Moose Roots. I'll go ahead and post his info here. Make sure you guys go on Instagram and follow him. Check out his content. On Palm Street, he goes by the same name, Moose Roots. Make sure you guys go to his next shows and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you guys get the notifications. And until next time, you guys, I'll go ahead and I'm looking forward to recording our next video. Hopefully, we'll get that podcast going. That's one of my future goals here. I was supposed to start in January, But as I'm doing more research, I'm just not ready yet, and I don't want to give you guys, you know, half created content. I want to go 100% and be ready. I also want to drop about 3 episodes at a time, so that way you guys don't have to wait too long to wait for the next one. So thank you so much. Until next time, YouTube. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys. Okay.